I had seen a TFC program or whatever like that, and I'm trying to see if they got those type of vibes out here in Florida, Georgia. Damn, I don't know. Kentucky probably swinging too. I heard them people out there sort of racist or whatever like that. You know, bro, I'd be like, don't judge a book by its cover or whatever. But then when people speak on it, I guess you gonna implicate those theories or whatever until, you know what I mean, you figure out the truth on your own. But yeah, if anybody hear about anything to do with boxing programs, martial art programs, self-defense courses, any of those things, you feel me? Your boy got to be guided in those directions because I can't be out here losing weight, getting cold, you know, and thinking things is sweet because, you feel me, all us growing up, getting older, and at this day and age, the only obstacle is to get a friend, neighbor, or someone close to a stranger into a good enough program to forever be able to succeed for the rest of their time being here, you know. Because other than that, what are any of us still doing thinking that we deserve to sit in God's chair, you feel me? And this is related to God's chair because, you know, somebody was strong enough to rely on God and succeed creating a creation that could uphold the world so they can always be taken care of. And you feel me? So, let alone sitting in that situation, you know, if we're gonna continue to sit in this chair of strength, in this chair of growthinism, then I'm just trying to run into the right theorist or, you know, the right mentor, the right creator in this part of the universe that could get me into these different type of courses or classes or programs that could keep my mind, brain, and heart stable, you feel me? So I could maintain stability when it comes to working. I'm not trying to be a bad influence or continue to run into mental inabilities because of the fact that I'm not being stood up by these spiritual groups that I'm supposed to continue to stay invested in. You know, you could call me a bad person, bad influence, or, you know, or a slow-minded person for running in too many sexual intercourses, you know, considering as a child, human growth and development wasn't something that I was keen to. Like, it was just a part of life in my eyes. There was no teaching, no training towards it. Like, we had it in school, but once again, as I said, I wasn't that great of a listener when it came to those courses, you know. So there's never anything wrong with me speaking to God and His peers, His people, His disciples, you know, and His appraisers that I've done bad growing up in my life, you know what I mean? Coming up to 23 years old, you know what I mean? It's been a long ride full of the lacks of education based off of my own encounters with education. Like, you may run into a lot of people that'll say, characteristic wise, I'm a great person. But when it comes to like a lending ear, then I wasn't that strong enough to continue to keep certain amounts of knowledge, you know what I mean, absorbed into my brain for me to successfully stay encouraged or successfully feel as if I was, you know, the right hand man or whatever. So with those insecurities, I pulled myself further away from the situations and continued to barricade myself in a hole in which I feel as if I should be able to turn around someday, you know what I mean? Like I said, there is no reason for someone to be this close to still being young and staying around these areas if he is undeserving, or if he cannot continue to stay in these spiritual groups. If that is impossible, then all a man is capable of doing is asking God through his spiritual entities, through his spiritual knowledge, through, his brains in heaven, through his spiritual anatomies, these different substances of the world, you know what I'm saying? Without that, there is no reality. So yeah.